I grew up watching Sun Wukong Journey to the West. He's more than just a monkey with a stick. Who's the equivalent of Sun Wukong in America? And the only one I can think of is Jesus for some reason. Imagine someone in China took Spider-Man and made a Chinese version of Spider-Man. Let's look at this new trailer from IGN and Gamescom 2023. Okay, well that's I think a very traditional Chinese instrument. And it's oh, it has 3 strings. Excuse me, that's a little different than the one I know, which is 2 strings. I think the game is very promising from the early trailers they have released. Wukong, 小鹿龙. Okay, so all the names. Okay, what's interesting about Chinese legend is most of the monsters or even heroes sometimes are based off of animals. I don't know if you see a theme. Okay, it looks like the actions are pretty impressive. What the heck is this? Okay, so you can dodge. Is that chicken? A chicken's noise? Okay. So that's pretty impressive. Okay, a little bit of a gameplay. I don't know how much you know about Chinese legend or stories. Sun Wukong is on the top of the list. Everybody knows him. Who's the equivalent of Sun Wukong here in America? And the only one I can think of is Jesus for some reason, because everybody knows Jesus. Maybe Indiana Jones or, I don't know, Spider-Man. He's that kind of character. Imagine someone in China took Spider-Man and made a Chinese version of Spider-Man. But what they've done with Sun Wukong over the year is, okay, first there's the Dragon Ball Wukong, and then there's, I don't know, Monkey King in a couple of other games, which never hit the spot. Like, he only scratched the surface of who he really is. He's more than just a monkey with a stick. Okay, so this is apparently a extended boss battle gameplay recorded during Gamescom. Ziyunshan. Oh, that's interesting. I don't see any translations in English. I'm curious how that's gonna play. Okay, so I have to say the voice acting sounds really good. But you know what this game reminds me of though? I don't know, for some reason it kind of reminds me of Monster Hunter. There's something that about this game, I don't know if it's the art style or something, but it reminds me a little bit of Monster Hunter World. I'm sure they'll have translation when the game actually come out, you know, for the cutscenes. I'm not too familiar with Chinese AAA games, at least, you know, you don't hear about Chinese developers. They're not prominent in this area. They're not famous of making AAA games. The only one I can think of is Genshin, which is drastically different than what this is. I mean, it's kind of similar, the mechanism of the game, but I'm genuinely actually glad that they're taking a traditional Chinese legend and then making it into the game format, which is more relatable to a bigger audience, you know. It has some educational purpose of, you know, people who doesn't know or want to learn more about Chinese culture. And I have to say, the voice acting, just by hearing like 2 or 3 lines, I think it's gonna be very good. It's gonna be on point. You know, one of those cheesy Chinese voice acting, like in GTA 5. Sometimes I don't even understand what they're saying. This one they released 2 years ago. I think it was when they first announced the making of this game. Okay, so this one obviously has less actual gameplay. It's more of like a, if you will, cinematic experiences. Okay, so yeah, you can tell the game has gone through some improvement, at least the frame rate. I feel like this is like 24 frames per second, but the one we watched, it's probably 60. Oh yeah, I have to say, the monster designs though, the monster designs are pretty unique. I like where they're going with the art design. This is probably Numo 1. Numo 1, it's one of the most famous villains, I guess. Okay, so that's the interesting thing. See here? They're putting a trailer, and at the end, they're saying that we're recruiting. Like we want people to jump on board and help us to develop this game. And then that video was shot or uploaded 2 years ago. From just a normal, regular game player perspective, that's pretty interesting. Like I'm pretty new to gaming news, but I haven't seen or heard any company that did that who doesn't have a full-on team in the beginning. They're using the announcement of the game as a recruitment tool, which is very creative. I don't know if it's creative in a way, but I wonder how are they gonna deliver on their promise. I grew up watching Wukong Journey to the West, and being able to play him in a game, control him, all his abilities that you've seen growing up, that's massive. As for people that's outside of Asia or China, I don't know if it'll have the same attraction. One is because people don't really know his true story, but this could be an opportunity for you to kind of learn about who he really is. So they are basing this off of the story, which is very good, I think. I like this game overall. I like what I see, what they've put out so far, and I can't wait to play this game. It looks really fun. It's been my dream since a kid to be able to explore all the abilities he has. There's so much potential to the Chinese myth and legend books and culture that can be incorporated in this way that could be entertaining and educational at the same time to the public, but it just for some reason hasn't been done in the past centuries. I'm really glad they're taking a leap on this and they're trying to make this work.